Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays Live show here on our YouTube channel. We are back to break down some college bowl games and one NFL game on a Saturday. We're also going to have a $50 wheel spin for our members. Trey, we are going to keep this L and B. Do you know what that means?
Light and breezy, baby.
Light and breezy, baby. We're going to keep this light and breezy. Going to be a short show. We're going to break down 4 bowl games. We're going to break down the NFL game, and we're going to give out a dog of the week, our parlay lock of the week, and we're going to spin the wheel for $50. So let's get into the first game of the night. Or for the day on Saturday, it's going to be the Peach Bowl. Ole Miss going up against Penn State. Ole Miss is +5. The over-under is 50.5. Trey, who do you like here?
This is going to be a very, very, very entertaining game to watch. If you guys are going to be watching our college football YouTube free picks, you guys will know that I am going with Ole Miss in this game. I said that the spread should be flipped, and it should be. I love Ole Miss here in this game. You guys, we're talking about Lane Kiffin here. You guys have to expect Lane Kiffin to want to put up fireworks. He's not going to want to end the season on a sour note. This is SEC ball. This is where they turn recruits into, champions. And I think that Ole Miss is going to want to show up here big in this game. The game is also in Atlanta, right down there in Ole Miss territory. So I think they're going to have a big crowd. So I love Ole Miss here. Give me the points, baby.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these opt-outs here. I'm not seeing much for either side. Only opt-out I can see that's notable for Penn State's their tight end, their starting tight end, and the former defensive coordinator got the new head coaching job at Duke. So I'm with you here. I think this is a take-the-points game. I like Ole Miss. They put up a ton of points. Penn State defensively, they've been good for most of the year, but in the games that they played against good teams, especially that Michigan game, they looked really bad. I know the score was like 24-15 or 16, something like that. But that score did not indicate how they played in that game. That game was probably more like a 24-3 game. Penn State got blown out in that game against Michigan. So whenever we're looking at top 25 head-to-head matchups, I think Ole Miss has the advantage. So I'm going to take Ole Miss with the points. Like Trey said, I think this should be somewhere in a pick 'em. So I love the points there with you, Trey, on the Ole Miss train. But guys, let's move on to the Music City Bowl. Kind of a stinker here, honestly, Trey. Auburn going up against Maryland. Auburn's -6.5, over under 47.5. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, this game is a stinker. You gave out 2 of the college games, and I gave out 1. We both stayed away from this game. I feel like
Nasty.
neither of us have a good feel, and I think that neither one of us really want to watch this game. But I think I'm going to be going with Auburn here, -6.5. I would have took Maryland, but Tua Tagovailoa's brother is not playing in this game, and the guy's a stud. He's a stud. I should know his first name. At the end of
Talia.
the day. Do what?
Is it Talia?
Yeah, it's something like that. I
Talia.
don't know, but the guy's a stud. I'm excited to see where he's going to transfer to because I saw that he is an opt-out, so I don't know if he's going to he shouldn't be going to the draft. Maybe he is, I guess. He's the Big Ten leader in passing yards. So the guy's a stud. He's not playing this game. That makes me want to go to Auburn. So give me the SEC again, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to take Auburn with you. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just feel like was the last game Auburn played against Alabama, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they've had to sit on that for what, 2 or 3 weeks now. I mean, they're going to want to come out here and beat the piss out of Maryland. So I'm going to take Auburn, Maryland. Like Trey said, they don't have their starting quarterback in Tua, his younger brother. And then Auburn's only going to miss a couple players. They got a starting defensive tackle out and a starting quarterback. Everybody else is going to play. Only have a few players in the transfer portal. Their defense is good. They're going to run the ball in this game, be very physical with Maryland. So I like Auburn to cover the spread of -6.5. I'll be with you again, Trey. 2 for 2 on the sweeps. Let's move on to the Orange Bowl. Very, very, man, I wish this was a better game. I really do, because these two teams deserve, in my opinion, to be in the college football playoffs, where it's going to be Florida State going up against Georgia. Georgia -21 now I'm seeing, over under 46. I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, hey, I mean, what could have been? These 2 teams could have been in the playoffs. This could have been a national championship game, and this probably would have been the spread in the national championship game, and that is why Florida State's not in there, and that is why I'm going with Georgia. Georgia's going to roll in this game. We saw what they did last season to TCU, and they're going to do the same exact thing, guys, here. Florida State, they're done. They're out. They're in the grave. Give me Georgia. They could have set this thing at -30, and I still would have picked them.
Yeah, the problem is with Florida State is that Keon Coleman's not playing. Johnny Wilson's not going to play. That's their 2 best wide receivers. Are already out their starting quarterback. The backup quarterback is going to play in this game. But again, I mean, Georgia's going to have Carson Beck back. They're going to get Ladd McConkey back. It looks like Brock Bowers might not suit up, but there's no official on him suiting up or not yet. So I'm going to take Georgia -20.5. I did say in the free play side that there's 2 things that are going to happen. The first thing is that Florida State comes out with a lot of passion and they win this game, or Georgia just absolutely stomps them and put them in the ground. for my dog of the week, I got to make up some points. So I did take Florida State, but I really think Georgia's just going to come out and destroy Florida State. So I'm going to take Georgia with Trey again, minus 20.5. We are sweeping right through this, Trey. Only one game left. Hopefully, we're on different sites here, and I won't be able to talk about it because it's a site game. It's the Arizona Bowl, brought to you by Barstool Sports. It's going to be Toledo going up against Wyoming. Wyoming, the favorite. My favorite MAC team, Toledo, is plus 3.5. The over/under is 44.5. Trey, be very careful with the words that you use.
God, this is another stinker game. That's a bad word to use right off the jump. But I mean, come on, Bear. Why is DeQuan Finn not playing in this game?
He is transferring.
Oh, has he announced where he's going?
He has not announced where he's going. I'm
Dang.
really hoping it's to like a big Power 5, maybe an SEC or an ACC school, because I want to see what he can do against the bigger teams.
That's exciting, and that is why I am taking Wyoming here, guys. Minus 3.5. I love Toledo. I love the MAC. But DeQuan Finn was their entire team. He was everything. He was a runner. He was a passer. He was a touchdown scorer. So give me Wyoming here. Wyoming, they had an up and down season. So I think they're going to end the season here with a bang. Toledo, they're kind of hobbling in this game. So I'm going to go with Wyoming. Sorry, Bear.
That's all right. Wyoming is the pick, minus 3.5 for you. My pick's on the site, bearsprofitplays.com. I always say at gmail.com, this is our email. But Trey, let's go to the NFL game. Those 4 bowl games are done. This game means a lot to me. Probably doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but it's going to be the Lions going to Dallas. Dallas minus 4.5, over/under set at 52. Tell me who you like.
Yeah, guys, if you watched our NFL free game pick video that will be dropping tomorrow, you will know that I picked the Cowboys here, minus 5.5, and I said they're going to win this game by double digits, and I still believe it. Even though I recorded that video about 15 minutes ago, I still believe it. The Cowboys are going to dominate here in this game. It's a home game for them. They average 40 points per game at home, allow an average of 15 points per game at home. They're going to pin their ears back. Dan Campbell's going to try his best to keep the ball out of the Cowboys' hands, but at the end of the day, I feel like there might be a few turnovers that the Cowboys will snag their way, and that's going to be the reason why they're going to win this game by double digits. So give me the Cowboys here, minus 5.5 for Jimmy Boys. Let's go.
Yeah, I didn't give out Dallas on the free play side because I wanted to be unbiased, but I will give them out here, minus 4.5. I'm also going to take the over, and I'm also going to take Dallas team total over. Not entirely sure what it is, but it's probably going to be somewhere around 28.5, 29 is my guess. I think it's fair to say that Dallas is the best home field team in the league, right? Is that fair?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Their home field advantage is just like the Nuggets in the basketball. It is elite.
Okay. I feel like that's fair to say. I really think Dallas is going to put up 40 points in this game. I really do. They've got a lot of frustration built up over the last 2 weeks. They are basically confirmed to a wild card spot now. So they got some work to do. I think this is a game where they can get right, maybe win the last 2 going out, and then they have some momentum going into the playoffs for the second round. We're going to play the Buccaneers probably in the wild card round. If we lose with the Buccaneers, someone needs to do a welfare check on me the next day. But I think we're going to have some momentum after that wild card game and maybe give a shot to the Eagles or the Niners. But that's just me being hopeful. But give me the Dallas Cowboys here, team total over and on the spread, and the over in this game is why I think the Lions can put up some points as well. But Trey, let's move on to the dog of the week. Let's do the dogs of the week. I'll have you start us off.
Gosh, we gave out 5 game picks and 5 same game picks there, guys. But hey, this goes to show how confident we are in our picks. So maybe back us up. Who knows? Throw them all on a money line game pick or whatever you guys want to do. But for the dog of the week, just to recap what happened last week, I gave out a loser. Mine was the Titans plus 3.5. Bear, he gave out a winner of the Steelers plus 3. He has a 1-win advantage, but I gave out some bigger dogs throughout the season. I have a 7-point advantage. So shout out me. But before we go on to this, looks like we got a comment from Brett Zaccarello, Jake Ferguson, over yards lock. Brett, make sure to stay around. We got the member giveaway. You might be a winner. So thanks for watching and thanks for your support. But today, for me, the dog of the week, it's going to be the Raiders plus 3.5, guys. They're going up against the Colts. The Raiders, they had a massive win, not just last week, but 2 weeks ago. A lot of people are like, wow, they just beat the Chiefs. A lot of people forget. We put up a 60 bomb on the Chargers. We have a lot of momentum coming into this game to finish out the season. Guys, if we win out, we might be able to make the playoffs. My Raiders might be able to sneak their way in, just like Rich Pisaccia did whenever he was the interim coach. So Antonio Pierce, watch out for him. New Raiders head coach, maybe up and coming Dan Campbell. That's kind of what I like to picture him as Dan Campbell. So Raiders, they're going to win this week on the road versus the Colts. I'm not worried about it. Michael Pittman, he's active. I'm not scared. We have an elite elite secondary. We've been getting a lot of pick sixes and turnovers here lately. So watch out for my Raiders plus 3.5.
Yeah, Trey. Are you saying you're in because you have the in the hunt graphic?
Oh, we've been in the hunt all season, baby. That is where the Raiders thrive, is whenever we're in the hunt.
Seeing the in the hunt graphic in December just keeps you going. I'm going to take Florida State plus 20 to win the game outright. I know I took Georgia to win the game minus 20.5 to cover the spread, but I need to make up some points. I'm going to take Florida State. This is all about heart. I mean, this team probably should have been in the college football playoffs, depending on who you ask. They're 13-0, Trey. They're 13-0. They won the ACC, and they're not in the playoffs. It makes no sense to me. I understand the quarterback situation, but again, you got to put them in. It's their spot. It's their spot to get their asses kicked if they did, and they weren't given the opportunity. So I think they come out with a lot of passion, and I don't know if the passion is going to be enough. I don't know if the heart's going to be enough to beat Georgia, but I'm going to take a shot on them because they haven't lost a game this season, and the one time they were the underdog, they won. So I'm going to take Florida State plus 20 as the dog of the week. Probably going to backfire on me, but give me a shot with Florida State as the play. Trey, let's go to the parlay lock. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, we gave out a loser last week at Hurt, and he said, damn, that spread is that big. Yes, it's at plus 20. Bear, do you want to kind of give out an insight of why that spread's so big?
Yeah, Coleman, their best receiver, just a couple, like maybe last night, times kind of warped together, but Coleman's not going to play in this game. So they're also going to be without their second best receiver and their starting quarterback and 2 offensive linemen and a corner and a safety. They're just a dead team, kind of. I feel like I don't know what to tell you, but sometimes heart and sometimes magic trumps everything, Trey, in college football. So I'm going to take a shot on them.
Yeah, sometimes, but not usually. But
Sometimes.
for the parlay lock, we gave out a loser last week. It was San Jose State, broke our hearts. But I have a lot of confidence that we're going to win this bet this week. It's plus 236. It's absolutely juicy and beautiful. But for me, I'm going with the Bears. I gave out the Bears last week minus 3.5. They're giving me an extra point this week at minus 2.5. I have a lot of confidence. They're going up against the Falcons. The Bears, they might be one of the better teams, honestly, in the NFC right now. They're playing with some really great ball. If the first half of their season never happened, they'd be in the lead in the NFC North. The Bears, they're playing with for a lot right now. Eberflus is playing for his job. Fields is playing for his job. This game's in Chicago. Last home game for the Bears. Both of them are going to win to end Chicago on a positive note. So I love the Bears here, minus 2.5.
Yeah, Trey, the Bears, I would say, over the last 3 weeks, are top 5 team in the NFL. What do you think of that?
I don't hate it. I mean, come on.
I think they're if Eberflus if he does the right thing, steps down, becomes defensive coordinator, get a new head coach, keep Fields one more year, draft Caleb Williams, let him sit for a year. God, they could be good. Or take Marvin Harrison Jr. Either way, the Bears could be
We
something
got
else.
another comment that said, "Come on, that's Florida State. They're supposed to have players to step up." Hashtag next man up, Bear. What do you think?
I'm sure they have really good, talented recruits that are going to come in and try to perform this bowl game. But again, we're going against Georgia, so going to be tough there. My lock of the week is going to be the Raptors minus 4.5. That's because they're playing the Pistons. Ever heard of them? They've lost 28 consecutive games. My voice still hurts because I took them on the money line 2 nights ago against Boston in the overtime game, and they Trey again. I've never seen pro players jump straight up in the air and just throw the ball randomly to spots. That's the most times I've ever seen in a game in my entire life. The Pistons, they are dog water. They're a bad team. They've got some good players. They're very young. It's going to take them some time in the future, but I do think they're going to be good in the future. Right now, they're the worst team in NBA history, maybe. I'm going to take the Raptors minus 4.5. This is a disrespectful line to the Raptors. I can see maybe the Pistons at double-digit underdog. I take the Pistons, but no, 4.5 is way too low for this Pistons team. So give me the Raptors minus 4.5 as the lock. Trey, let's go to the wheel. Let's give away $50. Let's give away $50 again. We do this weekly for our YouTube members. I think we're up to like 25 now, I believe, on the YouTube member side. All you got to do is go to our YouTube channel, hit join. It's $4.99 a month. We give out picks and props every single day, and you get your chance to win $50 a week. We put you on this wheel, and we spin it weekly on these live shows. Trey, anything to say?
Not anything to say. We got 4 new members over the last 2 days. A lot of support. Shout out everybody who's becoming a member. I will say this. You get our free videos a day early as well if you join the membership. So a lot of videos, a lot of perks, $50 coming your way. If you think about it, $5 a month for the membership. What is that? Like 60 cents a day? And you can make that $5 back with that first bet that we give you. That's a winner. But enough said. Bear, do you want me to spin this wheel?
I want you to do one more random. One more shuffle.
Shuffle.
That's it. Oh, that's it. Don't do it anymore.
All right. Let's see who wins. And it looks like it's going to be Harold Mendolia.
I think Harold is a new member. I think he signed up.
Yep, he
this week.
just joined too. He just
All right.
joined.
Harold, if you're watching, you won $50. We are also going to put that on our members video, so you're going to see it tomorrow anyway. But guys, that's going to do it for our live show. We appreciate everybody here, everybody who commented. Make sure you go check our free videos out. We have college football, we have NCAA basketball, we have NBA basketball, and we have the NFL. All we have four videos tomorrow for the free videos. Also check out our website, bearsproperplays.com. We also have some free plays up there. Guys, thanks again for being here. Everybody have a great week. All right.